So we have made to 1997 or 1996 rather. So this will be rather eventful year. I this man, not about anything. Um, how do I say? Oh yes. Um, these guys are pretty much by themselves in Europe now, which was the Western European Pact. Was the European? I think that's called the West European Pact, wasn't it? Oh no, I didn't write it down. I just wrote make a faction with these. So, anyways, this is all that remains of real democracy. Well, not necessarily just democracies. There are some democratic nations here, but and these are officially. Well, they're not a dictatorship. I think they're like a cycling thing. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Anyways, yeah, this is all that remains, which you think is pretty powerful until this happens. So we have the syndicalists over here, and they start pressing the French or start funding uprisings in France to get the syndicalist government back in power to give them a big, holding in Europe. Um, Germany also don't like France, also don't like how the syndicalists are expanding, so they're very anti-communist. So they go to making moves to intervene in France. Um, Obviously, Germany's probably making up the weight of most of their faction, so they'll do whatever they do to influence. I don't know what syndicalist uprising. There you go. Happens in the south of France, and the Germans immediately assume the syndicalists funded this because they probably did, and they to try and make sure this doesn't get faction, which makes it easier for Germany because now it's one more nation that don't. So yeah, you got some traitors of the faction right now, but it makes it easier for the other guys just to crush away. And they make their way pretty far. Takes place, and they're forced to move back to more. There's a river down here, isn't there? Yeah, let's just say they hold that. Parts and uprisings. The syndicate and then declare independence from France. Directly involved in claiming the south of France, left in the middle. So this just leaves the blue faction pretty shattered at this point. Um, a Dunkirk thing happens up here, but they're just crushed. They have nowhere to flee to. Um, the borders at the end, so the faction's entirely crushed. A new French loyalist thing set, and Luxemburger, I believe they say, won. Alsace, Alsace is taken. Not well, they're not happy about it, obviously. So they wanted this to belong to France. They just kind of seized it, um, but they could not gain control of the other areas quick in order to stop the Reds, or the actual Reds, political Reds, and just physical Reds from taking over. And now this is the syndicalist influence in Europe. It's going to take a lot to hold all this down, but hey, they'll probably figure it out. Now going to the faction map to update this. You should use your imaginations for some of these borders. Well, only the French one. I don't know, my brain's just glitched. That's unfortunate. Okay, we'll just ignore that. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, is this all? Oh, please just work. I just can't. There you go. I actually meant to do that because I can do this now. Cool. Just ignore those borders. I'm trying to visualize it for you out there because I'd want it visualized. My head actually hurts so much I can't even describe it. I'm trying to do that one thing in Python. Like, what's that one thing like? Sure. Yeah. Italy joined this. Its capital was moved to Rome because they kind of carried the whole faction out, and it's called the Mediterranean Pact, I don't know. And Norway stayed independent. And while on the faction map, the remaining now democratic, not very democratic though, nations in South America forced their hand into joining the ATO now, because it's called the American Treaty Organization. Speaking of the American Treaty Organization, the Russians, or the fake Russians, the fascist Russians, as you can call them, demands to hand over Abkhazia. America backed down, as they would in game, and the few thousand citizen militia cannot hold off the actual good of Russians. Call them Russians, right? And yeah, they couldn't hold them off. Now Russia has to deal with the resistance. The best way of doing that is not setting up a collaboration government who never helped them, or be more expensive to set up, and just simply is to put a couple thousand men here and put down anything that comes up violently. And there we go, big Russia moments. Is this very sustainable? No, so that's why I probably won't do anything again. I'm still on the faction map, I do realise that. Well, I didn't realise that, obviously, so I was... oh well, which means I was doing a different one now, so fun, I love this game. It's only a game. Cool. And now just delete all this. Bang, and bang. And then just delete this border, and they're all good. If I'm not recording, I'm going to crash out, I swear on my life. Okay, thank you. So yeah, very unsustainable moves from this Russia. Might lead to them being destroyed soon, who knows. Finally, because my brain can't handle this much more, China over here, who does own Taiwan. I misclicked the faction map. I lost some social credit there. The Chinese communism starts failing. Surprise! By that I mean everyone is starving. The economy's just crashed. And some liberation moments happen. The ATO declaring war on them to kind of finish them off. With this Xinjiang and Tibet, both declare independence from China. Or they, I can't remember who was a puppet, right? One of them was, or both of them was. And with all this commotion, the Republican China, the Republic China, Chinese Republic, the yeah, in the south, may or may not be funded. Well, that's cool. By the literally all the Democratic guys, especially America. No, it's not funded by America. It's funded by the yellow guys, the Pacific ones. Oh yeah. So there you go. That's China falling apart for the 13,000th time. I'm gonna leave it at that because I've actually got to sort my brain out. But more next episode. Very exciting.